What is up, legends? It's Scion. We're back and we're doing a little bit of a Sunday Convo plus a decade in review. I've been on YouTube for 7.5 years now, and a lot of you guys don't don't know that this is my second channel, not my first channel. My first channel was this one. Originally it got up, I believe, to 10K. Just I know it got just under 10K. It was like at 9K or something like that, and YouTube broke it, which is unfortunate. To this day, it hurts my feelings that happened, because I believe if I still had this channel, we'd probably be like 70, 80K. But I had to like really start all over again and rebuild, and just that kind of hurts when you're a legacy channel. And I'm still, even with this channel, I'm a legacy channel, so it kind of hurts when you lose your legacy videos. I had I had 7 videos that were over 1 million views. One of them, if you guys remember, was the Warframe video, and I had one for Guild Wars 2. I had 2 Warframe videos that were over 1 million views. One for Guild Wars 2, one for Warcraft, one for Rift, which I had to actually make over again anyway, because you guys remember Rift actually came back out again, and I had to redo the Paladin video for that because it was no longer applicable due to the new way that the Rift was working. So all of those legacy videos are now gone. I still have the videos on a hard drive, just just for prosperity, and just to like, hey, like, I did this is here the videos again, and I might re-upload them on a new channel, but there's really no place for them. It's just old content. It doesn't matter unless you're looking for history, like how Warframe looked back in 2012. That's literally, like, I think that was one of my earlier videos. My very first video on YouTube was a Rift video. It was me with my ex-wife PvPing together, and we kind of like destroyed. Sadly, I don't have that video anymore, because that video went along with her, and she broke her computer, obviously, because no longer a tech in the house. She decided to destroy her computer, so this video is now gone for life, and I'm really sad. I wished it was somewhere I could it was such a good video, and even though we are not on good terms, it was such a good video of like husband and wife interacting and PvPing together. It was really good, and I'm sad that that's gone, but is what it is. So the thing about this channel is that I couldn't actually get people off this channel, and what I had to do was that's why there's no videos here anymore. I had to delete it. Now there's this stuff from back when I don't think there's anything left in here. Yeah, it's just all of this stuff. This is back when I was a part of a certain group, and all my videos are gone out of this list, and all this stuff is still here because it was gamer group and all that type of stuff. Full screen, here it is. That's back when I was a part of Full Screen. So that stuff is still here, and let's pause that. Again, my videos are gone out of all that because I just deleted. Oh wait, wow, this is still here. All right, so even earlier than that, we're gonna really get a history lesson now. About 15 years ago, this is how you're gonna get a real long lesson. Technically, this is kind of where my content creation started. I made a character. I made a character called Silent Storm. If you guys remember, originally I was called Silent Storm until the Russian game developer, or a Russian game developer, made a game called Silent Storm, and they tried to copyright me and tell me that I stole their name, even though, like, look how old this is. 2007, bruh. This is how long Scion been out here in the streets. That's why I just be looking at these young cats, these young YouTubers, like, what y'all really talk about right now? Y'all not the OGs out here. I made this character on the Mugen platform. Those of you who are into fighting, and stuff like that. I'm the creator of Silent Storm. Like that's who made it. It was me, and I made Darkstorm as well, as well as Infinity and stuff like that. These are my characters. They're based off of Tetsuo, which is a part of a fighting game creator character, and I was the original creator of this. And the purpose of it back then is because we had no black Street Fighter characters besides Dhalsim, and nobody really liked Dhalsim like that. And that was the purpose of me making this, is that I wanted a black fighting game character. And I like this. I didn't intend for this to be that much of a history lesson for us to go that far back, but since we're here, we might as well do it. And this kind of was like where my social media creation started. So like I made this character way back. Like, look. Oh, it's so much fun. So much fun. I made this character way back. Back then. And yeah, 2007. So like, you know, this is like I'm kind of happy for this. I'm probably gonna download all these, because I didn't know that these were still here on the channel. But yeah. And I do actually have a newer version of Silent Storm, but because the company wanted to try to copyright me for that, that's why originally, while it went from Silent Storm Gaming to Scion Storm Gaming, which is more or less, that's a lore thing, and we'll probably go into that in a different video. But that's why the name ended up changing over into that. So you kind of like getting like the C, and then on top of that Russian game Silent Storm was trash. I don't even know why they were trying to copyright me for that. Like, tell me they're gonna try to copyright my channel. So I was like, you know what, screw you. I'm gonna change I'm gonna just rebrand everything. You get nothing. How about that? And then they was like, oh well, you know, you didn't have to do that. No, you wanted money, so F you get no money now. So like, hold that L real quick. So YouTube was fine with it. I changed over my name and everything, and we were good to go. But during that whole point in time, something happened to my actual YouTube channel. And I don't know if that was YouTube just kind of like screwing me over or whatever else, but it broke. It literally broke. I couldn't upload anything. My videos couldn't be viewed for a little while. Like, it was just dead for like 3 or 4 months, which led me into making this channel, which, as you can see, 5 years ago is basically where that happened. And I was still doing MMORPG, as you guys can see. This was before I changed over to mobile, and my channel is interesting. Now, my channel has a certain stigma. I don't know if it's YouTube or the algorithm, or maybe it's just the way people like what I do. When I'd actually do first looks and my thesis form, which this is way back when I started doing this. This is why I get confused when people say that, oh, well, Scion's copying this. No, fuck you. I was doing this long before a majority of all the YouTubers that you watch currently even knew what the fuck YouTube was. We was out here doing it years before them. So Scion started this shit. They didn't start shit. They are following after me. And that's the actual honest to God truth. Everybody mobile, the way that they all do their first impressions and all that type of stuff. If you look at this, is 5 years ago when I was doing this type of stuff. They weren't even around. They didn't have YouTube channels back then. I was the one who started doing it. So I'd be looking at people and just want to backspack them somewhere, like, man, you need to get your history lesson in order, because these bitches is following me right now. But back in this right now on Cabal, this first look on this, and actually it was me. I'm gonna give you guys this. It was me doing it. It was Total Biscuit. It was rest in peace, Total Biscuit, by the way. There was somebody else who was like, and again, these people are like long gone now. They don't even hardly do YouTube anymore. I'm like one of the relics still doing YouTube in this particular form and fashion right now. I can't even remember the other guys' names. You guys will probably remember in the comment section below. But we're the forefathers of doing it this way, like that. So I just want to point that out there when people want to say that, you know, I do it like somebody else. No, they do it like me. Like that. Get it straight. So Cabal 2, as you can see right here. I'm not going to click into this because this will take forever, but Cabal 2 was the first game on this particular channel, but I did in thesis form. When I say thesis form, it's when I break down the reviews and do it in a compartmentalized fashion, which we're going to talk about that in a little bit. We just break down the game and do it in a proper review form, like it's like a college thesis and stuff like that. And historically on my channel, people love it. And you see, as I scroll through down, that every single time that I did that, people loved it. Like, people love it. When I try to do it shorter, people don't like it. And like, I think that's just me, and maybe it's because of how I review. People just want me to do it that way. But again, every time, anytime historically that I do it in that particular form and fashion, people just be like, "Oh, holy shit, this is hot." Everything else. And you see, back then, this is still me. I was still playing Warframe a little bit, but not really caring all that much. This is me starting when I start to taper off and just not wanting to do it. And my channel is a funny channel because I'll do things and get high views. As you see, again, thesis form, Onigiri, which they still use this to this day and still talk on this video and use this as a guide. And I'm like, bro, this is like 5 years ago. Stop it. Like, this game, there's no way this game is still like this right now, and be arguing with each other. And I'm like, holy shit. But my channel is the epitome of me not paying for views. Now, a lot of people get mad when I mention that, but that's a thing on YouTube. And I'll give you an example. Most mobile games, review-wise, they do not get 20 to 30,000 in views. That's literally the YouTuber paying for it. And if you guys are that naive to think that the YouTube is popular when they're not even hardly reviewing the game, they're just showing what they played to a point and summoning, and then they're out of there in 10 to 15 minutes. You really honestly think that 10 to 20,000 people are watching and viewing that? Then I got a bridge to sell you that goes nowhere. That's not what's happening. What's happening is the person is actually buying those views. They're buying the likes, and that's the honest to God truth. You can look basically at my channel for the legit way that a YouTube channel works nowadays, that it just doesn't work like that on YouTube. The game has to be hot. Like Epic 7 is Epic 7. Epic 7 is going to get views. People don't have to really do that in Epic 7, even though they still do that in Epic 7, but you don't have to do that in Epic 7 because it does historically get views. All the rest of these mobile games out here, when you start seeing that 30 to 40 to 50,000 views on that game, that bullshit. Absolute bullshit. There's nobody watching those games like that. The market is not high enough for that. It's completely false. So I'm putting that out there. As you can see right here, this is also back when you couldn't buy views like that. YouTube didn't have the certain thing that it has now. It's a promote button that YouTube has, where you literally can pay YouTube anywhere from $10 to $50 to $100, and YouTube will throw your video in the front of people who don't even want to see that shit, and you just automatically get views. But what that does is that makes your video look like it's a lot hotter than what it really is, when it's really not. And that's what's happening in those videos that you see historically get large like that. It's not that the YouTube is hot, it's that they're paying for it. So, just to give you guys a heads up. When you see videos like Saint Seiya, you guys know Saint Seiya is not a good game like that to be throwing out that much, like to be like hot in the source, be out here like some 50,000 view video for Saint Seiya mobile or some shit like that. Like, how the hell did that happen? That's bullshit. That's why stuff like that happens. Back when Arc Lord 2, Echo of Soul, and again, this is not illegal. What I'm talking about right now is not illegal. However, it's scummy. This is scummy. I'm putting that out. It's scummy because it's making you appear to be more popular than what you are. And people get fooled and think that, oh, well, this guy, he's a legit reviewer or something like that. And it's everybody doing this, not just in the mobile arena. It's like all over YouTube right now. And just recently, last year, YouTube has cracked down on that and started purging and taking away stuff like that. And is literally half the reason why I stopped doing Epic 7, because Epic 7 has a massive amount of bot views. And I just didn't want that on my channel, because what ends up happening is when when YouTube purges all of that bullshit away, your channel gets decimated. Absolutely decimated. Like, you just lose so much money, and you lose so much subscribers and views and stuff like that. So what I did is, like, you know what, I'm just not even gonna be bothered with that. I don't want that on my channel. I don't want to lose that much money and CPM, because that hurts CPM, and that's really what you should care about on YouTube, is your CPM. When you start losing that and it starts actually taking away from people who actually do watch you, that sucks. That really sucks. So I don't want that on my channel. And when I start to see games start to do that, and like other YouTubers start paying for views, and they got all that bot view bullshit on their channel, and then YouTube says, oh, well, we're taking that back now. No, you're not purging my channel like 20% of my income for a month because I decided to spend $100 to get fake ass views. No, I'm sorry, I can't. No. And even then, if you notice, like, it'll still happen. Like, I still got caught with it last month, even though I don't even purchase views. Like, it still happened to my channel last month. I lost out of I had like 1,500 subscribers last month, and I lost 200 of them at the end of the month, which dropped me under 40,000 last week, because it was just basically like, it's just people who just came in who, it's technically that you don't earn it, and then YouTube just takes it back. That's why I don't want to do that, because if you continue to keep doing that, YouTube just takes it back. It's like you get ripped off at the end of the day for buying those views. So I don't understand why other YouTubers do that, because in the end, like, you look cool for a little while and you have high viewed videos, but technically you don't really make any money because you're spending money to make that money. And then on top of that, YouTube says, ha, we're taking it back. So like, it's like you spent that money just to get dicked. Like, I don't get it. Anyway, so again, this was the second Paladin video. Remember, I was talking about Paladin stuff. Like, historically I made Paladin builds, and this was really well received and people liked it a lot. This was the arcade version of what I did in Rift, and it did 68,000, and it's still being used to this day. That's why it's at 68. Forsaken World again was a pretty one to get. Again, when I do kind of a look into stuff, the same thing with Critica. Again, this is all before we changed over to mobile, when we were doing MMORPG. And the reason why I changed to mobile is because MMORPG died. It just died, and it was literally nothing for me to do. Again, I was doing like Warframe and Cabal and Marvel Heroes. Rest in peace, Marvel Heroes. I missed this game so much. Marvel Heroes was such a good game, and I don't understand why they just didn't give it to somebody else and let somebody continue it, because it was such a good game. But again, you notice on my channel historically, when I do the thesis form stuff, even sometimes if it's shorter, like this Maester Online, people like it. So that's what I'm getting at in a bit, I'm going to explain. Again, just going through, like, it's cool to just look back over this, and like, you see just how much stuff you did over the course of time and what changed your life, because a lot of this changed my life. Like, it paid for houses, it paid for cars, it paid for a lot of things that made stuff fun for me, gaming wise. It got me to meet a lot of cool companies and a lot of cool people over the course of my life, and it was cool. And sometimes you do videos, it's not going to do well, and sometimes I know when I'm doing the video it's not going to do well, and people are like, oh, well, this video you didn't do that well and stuff like that, or you don't do well in all your videos. It's because I just do what I want. I don't do what makes money. If I wanted to make money right now, I'd sit in Epic 7 and sell out, knowing that I don't like the way that Epic 7 is being run, knowing that a majority of people don't like the way Epic 7 is being run. I'll just sell out and tell you guys, buy packs, buy this, buy that, and get 10, 15K views and stuff like that. I don't want to do that. I don't like it. I don't like the way it's being run. I don't like the way that they're doing things. I don't like how they tell us one thing and do another. Like, other people can do that. I'm just not going to do that. Again, we're down to TNU. I'm trying to scroll down, and hopefully this doesn't crash until the point of where I just start to change over, because MMORPG is starting to fizzle and die. Now, officially, that starts to happen when you start seeing Bleach Online, which, as you can see right here, how to be strong in Bleach Online. And again, remember all the stuff I was talking about, how I was the one who started all this? This is 5 years ago, guys. Everybody that you watch on YouTube right now who does this mobile was not around back then. They couldn't spell YouTube. So again, this is all me right now. This is me. I started it. The same thing with the shows. I was doing the MMO show back then. Like, 5 years ago, I was in episode 14 about how people do shows right now. Even MMO Byte and stuff like that. They pretty much was just copying what I was doing. Hero Wars, arcades. Let's see. Kingdom Online. And here's where Naruto Online first appeared. As you can see, bam. Right there, that's how they officially play. And the China version, 5 years ago, that's where we started at that. And some of you guys are from this channel. This video is actually going to be a little bit long, so this is just my year in the not my year, but my decade in review of what I was doing. This is all the way back from like 2012 to now. But we actually went to the previous decade when I showed you what it started it all with, the Silent Storm. So technically, we went 2 decades, but let's just call it the decade. Now we're online, the first impressions, and this is me slowly starting to get out of MMORPG and pull away from it. So we get a lot of Naruto Online again, and then I'm showing a little bit of Bleach stuff right now because we're doing Naruto Online and Bleach. And like, wow, Evolve was back in like 5 years ago. Damn. Like this is fun to actually look at what I was doing. Here's the Bleach Online, how to own the Ryoku War, Naruto Online, the Legacy. This is where we first got to see like Naruto with all of the CN characters, the original characters. Dragon Sword. One of my best historical videos on the channel. Like, because I raged out. It was so mad at Kurama, and it did extremely well. This is when I made the Patreon video for full, full. They asked me to do that. I actually didn't want to do it back in like 5 years ago. We was talking about Patreon. Y'all probably didn't even know what Patreon was back then, but Patreon was a little bit different back then. It was more, you could say corporate. It was more corporate, and that all of the MCNs wanted you to do a Patreon for some reason. And I was like, what the fuck is Patreon? I don't want to do this shit. But they made me do it, so I just made a video. It was like, whatever. Skyforce. Remember Skyforce? Jesus. Daz Tao. Remember Daz Tao, too. Daz Tao just faded away, unfortunately. Elite Lords, again. Warframe, a lot of Naruto Online came up. Call of Duty Online. Oh, man. Remember Dungeon Fighter? Nice, man. Like, there's so much good stuff here. Burst Sky was such a good game. I was so sad that game just died too. Unfortunate. Bleach Online, Warframe again. Wildfire was an excellent game too. Again, when I do the thesis form, people love it. Daybreak was trash. I don't even know why I gave the 2 videos. Daybreak was absolute trash. Critica Online, back when it first came 5 years ago. Then Naruto Online, Team 7, when I was rocking Team 7, and this was a meme, but people took it way too seriously. But I was memeing out back then and doing it on purpose just to kill people and make people mad. And people was like, oh my god, he's making it be, he don't want to choose meta, because I didn't want to fucking be meta. Like, I didn't want to be boring like that. I wanted to win with shit that you ain't supposed to win with, and I was. So, and that was the funny thing about it, but people took it too seriously. Like, you wasn't allowed to meme 5 years ago for some reason. Anyway, all right, so we got World 3. World 3 was pretty good. Remember Dead Island? Dead Island was a fun ass game, and that just fell apart too. Closers. This was back when Closers first came. 5 years ago, dog. 5 years ago, Closers. That was that shit right there. Again, thesis form. 104,000 views. Just, good. Black Desert, when it first came. Again, breaking it down, showing people how to character customize, doing character customization videos before anybody else was actually doing character customization videos. Naruto Online, new characters added. Again, Bless Online when it was officially came. Black Desert when I was teaching people how to get that good ping in the video settings because everybody was complaining they were lagging, but there was a way to actually do it. Venom, oh my god, Venom was so good. Alright, so carrying on, I just wanted to stop it really quick just to make sure I get all that footage, just in case something happens, because you know how YouTube goes, something might crash here, and then I have to edit anyway, so we just might as well stop it. Alright, so we're up to, we're still in the 5-year gap, so it's around 6. It's just saying 5 everything, but it's really 6. We have Vindictus, L Sword, Closers, more Bleach Online. We were doing MMO a long time before I changed over. Trying to see. You're gonna start to see more and more Bleach and Naruto though start to overtake everything. One Piece Online. Oh, I remember One Piece. Again, how to get stronger. That's Tao. Man. This just ended up being like it was a really good journey. That's what I want to say. Just a journey of super fun times. Like the MMO show. I want to bring the MMO show back, but I don't know what to do with it. Because it was like the anchor of my channel, and people really liked the MMO show because that's where you came from the news. So what I might do is I might throw the trailers all into the MMO show again, like the way they used to be. The trailers now, I just put them out as separate videos, but I think I might want to go back into bringing them all back into the MMO show, back to the way they used to be. Marvel Superhero Squad, that died quick. That's out of here. Bleach Online, Uehara, Skyforge. Like I said, I remember at a point, this is back when Skyforge was like super fun. Me and Magama was just in it hardcore. We just rocking it out back then. That was pretty fun. Marvel Cyclops. Like I miss Marvel Heroes, man. That game. Okay, so Bleach Online again. Be teaching how to use the PS3 controller on Dungeon Fighter. More Warframe. Ooh, I remember Cosmic Break. Jesus. And let me see here. Still farming. This is just what I do. Like I multitask, baby. This is what we do multitasking. We got the Bleach right here. We got what am I doing here? Is this the story? Is this even not moving now? It's probably not even moving now. I'm probably gonna have to reset. They ain't even Bleach ain't effing with me like that right now. Alright, so Fighters Club. Ooh, I remember Fighters Club. Fighters Club was pretty lit too. Cabal 2. Man. This is going towards the end of the cycle. Record Keepers. Yeah, this is going towards the end of the cycle before MMO just started to completely alter and fall away. Now we're into 4 years. Royal Quest Online, you're starting to see a little bit more mobile stuff start to take over. Moonlight Blade. Moonlight Blade is still not out. That is crazy. Moonlight Blade is still not out. Door was actually pretty good. That is so crazy. And they're still saying it's gonna come global. I'm like, y'all lying. That game ain't never coming global. Moonlight Blade been out for like 7 years. Alright, let's see here. When did mobile start taking over? We're still... Yeah, this is when I announced Naruto Online officially coming west. For that, I got all effed up. Closers, Bleach Online are still rocking in. Bleach Online and Naruto Online was just a fun thing to have at the same time. It's really fun to have at the same time. Ooh, Dragon's Dogma. I forgot I even played that game. Bless Online. Infinite Crisis. Wow. Nicer. Right, so when did it officially start? Revelation Online. Okay. Sunspot. I like Sunspot. Like, just seeing Marvel Heroes again, it just makes me sad about that game. That game was so good. And this Ember World on Fire thing right here, a lot of people liked it. And I was memeing in that, and it even like to this day, people still now use it kind of like that now. And I'm like, bro, I was like joking. I did not mean for that to become a thing. Blade was fun actually to use too. Let's see here. And even back then, I was still like, I knew what I could get views on, but I didn't care. I just wanted to do the videos I wanted to do. Just have fun. Oh, this Kage clothes video was actually pretty good too. And me teaching how to make a Tencent account without actually doing anything illegal. It was pretty legit for a while too, until they stopped that and they just made a version for themselves. Like China officially said, okay, if you Americans want to play, do it this way. So that kind of like made my video obsolete. I just left it there though, because you can still do it. Vendetta. Wow, I remember Vendetta. Ima Online, which is now a different name. Asker Online, which died out. Just to see all these games, the award season back when, like, see, bro, I could tell people, I was like, we was doing this shit a long time ago before other people was doing it. So I just laugh when people say, oh, Zion copying. They're like, copying, bro. Like, wow. Titan Siege. Age of Wushu. Remember Age of Wushu? What happened to Age of Wushu 2? That's not even a thing now. I forgot that game even was supposed to exist, because it surely don't. Oh my goodness, the Universal build. Jean Grey was absolutely broken. Phoenix is broken in every fucking thing that she's in. It doesn't matter. She just break everything. It's just a character that you can't have be weak. So that just no matter what they put her in, she's broke. Did the same thing with Storm. People like that build. Let's see, Hevaclonia. That's another game that it came back as a different name but died. Black Cat was a fun game. Just looking back at all of this. Oh, the First Division. Look at the character customization. It was so terrible. Oh my goodness. Oh, Kanko Alpha. Bruh. This is mobile. Kanko Alpha. Jesus. That was like, I think that was one of my my first legit dabs at trying to go after Dragonmon Hunter. This is also mobile. So here we go with some more mobile. It's starting to come in. We're starting to get there. This is starting to take over. Evo Future. Civilization Online. This was actually a really good game. They gave up on it too fast. Blade and Soul Warlock. This is when I made Little Michael Jackson. That's what that was supposed to be. Oh my goodness. I had too much fun back in the day. Pocky Pirates. Pocky Pirates was the shit. That was the most legit unofficial One Piece. It still is the most legit unofficial One Piece game. There's nothing better than Pocky Pirates when it comes to One Piece. They did that game so good. Vindictus. Okay, so we're still loading, actually, which is good. Skara. Ooh, Skara was pretty good too. I think Skara just kind of like faded out and died too. Time of Dragons was a mobile game, pretty good. Still Taichi Panja. As you see, mobile first look. This is like when it's starting to we're starting to change over. Where I just started to figure out that I couldn't do MMORPG anymore. One Piece Unlimited, Ultimate War. This Wizardry Online, actually the people who actually made this game contacted me for this video, for me to give them this video. Pirate Treasure Hunters, another mobile game. Soul Workers was not. And now we're on some more Bleach. Let's see here. Brave Souls, back with remember KO Player? Jesus. Hero Wars, Terry Lynn. You start to see stuff starting to change over a little bit. We're starting to do more and more Bleach Online, more and more Naruto Online mobile. SAO Legends, which was actually a pretty good game until they cash shopped it out of the hell. And then you see 3 years ago, that's 10,000. Let's see more Bleach, Black Desert. Let's see here, more Naruto Online, Moonlight Blade, Revelations, Black Desert. And again, as you can see, Naruto Online was a very good thing for my channel, but it just got to a point where they just decided that they were just gonna cash shop so much stuff, and they were cheating and doing bullshit stuff. And the same way like I do with Bleach, I'm not gonna support, with Epic 7. If I find the company is doing stuff that's effed up, I don't care how much money it's gonna make me, I'm out. I'm just out. Like there's no reason to make like to try to make dirty money as I see it. I could do something else. I could spend something else on my time that I'll feel good about. All right, so we got some more loading. Let's see here. We got a lot of again Naruto Online stuff. This is when it was West. We're doing a lot of it, and it took over for a little while. Brave Adventure, that was definitely a mobile game. So you see, like for a good while, we just went into Naruto Online, and then I decided that I just didn't want to do it anymore. Let's see how where I officially. This is also officially where I stopped MMORPG, and Bleach and Naruto just kind of like took over. Let's see here. I think this was like a year too. This did it for like a year. Dragon's Prophet, Hero Evolve, Bleach, Rising. Like, yeah, here's where all the mobile starts to come in. Realm of the Mad God. Dragon Ball Z Online, like all the memories, boys, all the memories. Like, remember we was like doing Naruto Online the whole time? Then Naruto Mobile. Naruto Mobile is still, I think, one of the best Naruto games right now. I don't know why they never brought that. They probably never will bring it. The global. Getting more mobile stuff in between all of this. Lineage Red Knights. This was a really good Lineage game, and it just never came. And 3 years ago, Should You Play It? That's legit the first Should You Play It that I did 3 years ago with Final Fantasy 14, and that was it was a Realm Reborn, where it was so good. It was like so good, and that's also my first Final Fantasy video back then. Let's see here. So again, we're still a little bit into Naruto Online. We are messing around with Marvel Heroes too. Music Wars was a Facebook game, so that doesn't count. All right, so we're still scrolling down. On award season back in 2016. I used to do award season a lot. Final Fantasy X's, anime games. Will industries ever get them right? I was saying this 2 years ago, and industry still hasn't gotten it right. It still don't get it right. Blade and Rings, Naruto Mobile, yet officially, I guess 2016 is when I just was like, you know what? Yeah, that's where it all started. 2016, the beginning of it. I think I just decided that I had enough. Yeah, that's exactly where it started. I'm still doing Naruto Mobile, but again, you see like all the other mobile games coming now. Or Naruto Online, rather. Let's keep going. It's always good for prosperity to just look back at all the stuff so you know where you came from and what you've seen, what you've done. A lot of Naruto Online stuff. I still stand behind it that it was cool. It was good and fun and worth it in the end to do it because I liked the game. League of Maidens. Wow, I was doing League of Maidens videos back then. I don't even remember that. Kingdom Hearts Union X Cross. Jeez. Chaos Chronicles. Final Fantasy Mobius. Ooh. Alright. Let's keep it rolling. Planet Heroes. Alright. Conan. Contra Mobile. That Contra game eventually did come. It did come out. The Transformer Online game right here did not, unfortunately. Tika. Ooh, that was back when I first played Tekken 5 2 years ago. That's interesting. Pocket Town. And that was back when that's the first time I said Beata. Because Hinata had her swimsuit. And swimsuit Hinata. And I officially, got her. Crusaders of Light. That game eventually came out and it ended up being trash. Valkyrie Connect. Infinity Combo. Now, Infinity Combo was actually interesting because Infinity Combo was basically just like Naruto Online, but in mobile form. And it was kind of like better, which made no sense. Albion. Heaven Strike Rivals. I forgot I even covered that game. Infinity Combo. Mafia's Impression, and Hero as well, and you start to see like Cat Quest, all this stuff start to come in where we starting to just get out of it. We're getting out of it. Bleach Spiritual Awakening, which is also a pretty good game and fun. Savage Rift. Oh, I remember that. A lot of stuff I forgot actually doing. Pokemon 3D. Pokemon games are just weird. And a lot of videos I've did, some of them you can't see now because I had to take them down. But this is unfortunate because this companies don't want to let you live. Alright. Fairy Tail Heroes Journey was actually pretty good, but they nerfed it. Not nerfed, but they got rid of that game. And got the Kai Boss. Bleach Brave Souls. Guardians of Ember is still around, but it's not that great. Hunter's League is alright. Alright, let's see here. Final Fantasy Awakening. Yeah, Final Fantasy Awakening is actually a good game, but I think Square kind of just said nope, don't care. I don't know. It was a really good game. It's upsetting to me that it just wasn't used. 3-on-3 Freestyle. That was actually a good, fun game too. Alright. Move down. Marvel Heroes Omega. This is before it pretty much got canceled, which is unfortunate and sad. Bleach Spiritual Awakening. Then you have Naruto X Boruto, which came in rock, and we kind of all like moved over to Naruto X Boruto, hoping that it was going to be the game to take the place of Naruto Online, but Naruto X Boruto just ultimately fell short too because they gave up on it. All right, so again, we have the award season. It came up. Air of Light. Wow, 2 years ago, first time I looked at Air of Light. Jesus. It's like 4.0 for Air of Light now. Wow, Buster. And I think this is all of where, and YouTube is starting to really struggle to load all of this now. Where all the reviews start to come in at. DC Unchained is another game that I wish had, just lived. Just looking at all this is just, man, I forgot about Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition. Bruh, they wanted you to pay like $30 for that game. I was like, y'all crazy. Y'all really crazy. Anyway. You guys kind of get the gist of it, where we come a long way. We come a long way. 40,000 subscribers, Twitch partner, like a bunch of followers. I try to follow back everybody as much as I can, unless they're a bot type of thing. That's why this is disparity. And if it's a bot and I find it as a bot, then I'll unfollow it. But I try to follow everybody back on Twitter as much as I can. What's this notification? Yeah, I have a pretty lit Twitter. This was pretty good right here. So if you just look at my Twitter, there's a lot of fun stuff on my Twitter. Look at this Bull Hancock cosplay right here. I'd marry that. I'm just saying. Lots of fun stuff here. Look at this man. He's sliding in your DMs. You're gonna slide. That's one way to slide in the that is one way to slide in the DMs. All right. So going forward, this is what I'm gonna do. This is also a channel announcement. What I'm going to be doing this year going forward is I'm going to be doing less hanging around in games. Unless it's a really good game to force me to hang around in it, I'm probably not going to. Probably going to review it and get a good review in and put more content and quality into each individual review and then move on to a different game. The games that I'm probably going to keep around is Black Desert Mobile and KOF All-Star. If I didn't say it, then it's probably not sticking around. Like all the rest of them, there's no offense to any of the rest of the games that I did not mention there. It's just that it's probably just not worth my time, or I don't see much reason to stick around in it. Now there's going to be casual games that I play that will just appear once in a while, like SAO Alicization will probably appear like once a week. Dengeki, no, I don't see much fun and Dengeki at high level, and this is me like looking and trying. I still play it, I'm still active in it. Same thing with Epic 7. You probably won't see much Epic 7, and surprisingly you probably see a little bit of Bleach, the Bleach game, and you'll probably see a little bit of Pokemon Masters, because Pokemon Masters actually got good. They when you say get good, they got good. So we'll probably see that, and Dragalia. You're gonna probably see that as well. Other than that, no. Like I said, unless something comes along this year to force me, then we're gonna be strictly going towards back way that I was back in the beginning. And what I did in the beginning more so than now, which gives me more time to do things now, is I didn't stay and stuff. And if I did stay in something, it was like one thing. What's going on for me right now is that I have too much of my time. In order to actually play all these games and give you valid content in the individual games, I have to actually play them and spend time in them, even though I'm multitasking. And a lot of this stuff, that takes a lot of your time. And I would like to start streaming more. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to actually do stuff on the fly, review stuff on the fly, and actually, just play games and try to hang out with the community a little bit more and get more in depth on the reviews and things like that. Hopefully, you guys will like that, and we're gonna get more on quality content. And this year, I have a lot more to actually do with sponsorship. This last month, has been crazy for things that companies want me to do now. So I have to actually make a choice and just not stick around in games like I used to do. So again, it's nothing against any game in particular, but we gotta do what's best for the channel and what's best overall for community. And yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little this is kind of like a celebration and reflection and looking back, and so me to kind of understand what I need to do and to kind of build on going forward and what's best for me and my energy and for the community. So I will catch you guys next video. Thank you again for 40,000 subscribers, 10,000 on Twitter, being a partner on Twitch, because it's basically this community is what gave me literally all of that. You guys show up, you guys have fun with that. You guys, even when I just randomly want to do something like this Cloud Sephiroth video, I knew good and well that Mobius is not a popular game, but you guys know I love Final Fantasy. I don't give a fuck if it got 654 on views. I want to fight Sephiroth. And the way that the YouTube algorithm works is you have to specifically be a Final Fantasy YouTuber for that to catch. And as you can see, I was Dissidia, I was Bleach, Monster Hunter, and all that type of stuff. I was doing anything and everything but Final Fantasy Mobius. So that's what happens when you do that. When you randomly decide that you want to do something outside the box of your channel, YouTube don't respect it. Just unless you buy the views, it's just not going to catch. Just is what it is. That's how, if you look right here, and hold on. In this particular instance, no, it's not what I clicked, but the same row. See the Soul Calibur browser game right here, because I do reviews right here, 8K. That's how it's so weird that it goes between that. This is what YouTube validly does. Because I naturally do reviews, this is an 8K video, everybody saw it, but because I don't do Mobius Final Fantasy stuff, YouTube don't care. They're like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you doing that? Then I could do a Naruto mobile, Naruto X Boruto thing, 2K, then 1K, then back here down to 1K, and then I decided that I wanted to do a Robocraft impression that really was not in my channel's algorithm. So YouTube is like, you're bugging. And that's just what happens. But if I want to do it, I'm going to do it regardless of whatever else. And I don't expect it to go crazy because I'm a Star Trek fan. So I decided that I wanted to do Star Trek. This is what it is. It's just what YouTube does to you sometimes. And it just doesn't matter. So if you want to sell out, then you get high views. But if you want to just have some fun and do what you love, then sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. It is what it is. That's how YouTube is. YouTube has no rhyme or reason really for why and how stuff works. Sometimes it just does things. So I will catch you guys in the next video. Like and subscribe. It's been a long YouTube career for me. Technically it's been 12 years for me. 12 years because I actually did videos, like I said, for the Silent Storm stuff, but those I forgot what I even did with those videos all the way back then, and I guess I just didn't even really know how to use YouTube in 2006 and 2007 like that. So who knows what happened to those videos. That's why I don't even count that. I know I actually did do videos because people have them and they uploaded them and they did other things with them and stuff like that. I gave people permission, but my original videos back then I don't even have, so I just don't even count that. It's been a very long time for me in social media and content creation, and the reflection up to it right now is just like, let's continue to grow from here and have some fun. So this year is going to be really interesting. I can see my channel just basically growing a lot this year just based off of what I have to do literally in the first 3 months of this year. So stay tuned. It's going to be a lot of fun.